In order for us to stop fiddling around, being lazy and procrastinating, we must first understand the reason that causes us to leave things for later. Do you know what is affecting your performance? What are the psychological mechanisms that are causing you to procrastinate? My name is Arata from Arata Academy, where we have courses on focus and productivity, and as we have already helped thousands of clients worldwide to be more productive, I've created a number of techniques to help you be more efficient and productive at work, when studying or doing anything else in your personal life. In today's free video, I'll teach you 2 very powerful techniques to help you stop frittering away. So grab your notebook and a pen to make notes and do some exercises together. Before giving you these techniques, I want to explain a really simple way why we stall. There are several ways actually, but we fiddle around when the benefit of doing what has to be done is not clear. When we don't have a specific deadline to finish what has to be done, or when the activity seems to be very complicated, very complex. We stall when there is no one putting pressure on us. There are several other reasons, and the 2 techniques we will see in this video today will help to get rid of these main difficulties. Are you interested to learn them? Alright, so take note of the technique number 1, deep psychological benefits. Please write it down. Deep psychological benefits. And how does that work? In order to stop faffing about, what I do is to first start to clearly understand the reason why I'm going to do something. And what's the benefit that I'll have by doing that something. Imagine I'll go more often to the gym. I'll study for an important exam. I'll work harder on my business. I have to do a brainstorm with all the deep psychological benefits that will happen when I get my hands dirty. Many of the great, deep psychological benefits are secondary consequences of having achieved this primary goal. And therefore, I need to take a moment to reflect and understand what I really want and what are the consequences, what are the secondary consequences of doing what has to be done. I'll give you 2 examples. The first example is studying for a test. And I know that if we ask many people, what are the advantages of studying for the test? They will say, well, the advantage is to pass the test. Alright, that is the primary benefit, but it is very cold on its own. It doesn't have many emotional, psychological meaning. Only passing the test may not be enough for us to overcome the urge of frittering away. So let's take it a step further. Let's unfold that into secondary benefits and try to find out what the deep psychological benefits are. What benefits will I have if I pass the test? That goes beyond the academic benefit. It means happiness to my family members. I will sleep better with fewer worries about the future. It will give me that sense of victory, of being able to choose a goal, go for it, and reach it. Do you see what I mean? This will be of great help to your brain to amplify the psychological motivation. So let's use a different example to make it very clear now how we're going to use these psychological tricks to change our own behavior. Imagine I want to set up my own business. I want to be an entrepreneur, but there is so much to do. I need to draft my business plan. At least I need to have a business model canvas. I have to understand so many different digital tools to use. I have to establish partnerships. I have to negotiate better prices with suppliers. Woof! I get paralyzed with so much to do. And again, the secret is to think, what is the benefit that I will reap by getting my hands dirty? In this case, the immediate answer would be, I can set up my business. Right, perfect. This is the cold objective. This is the primary goal. But that might just not be enough to help me stop stalling. So what are the secondary consequences? Deep consequences, psychological consequences. Again, it is much more than just having huge profit and putting some money in my pocket. The true meaning is much more than that. If I set up my own business, I will serve my customers very well and they will be very happy for doing business with me. If I open my own business successfully, I'll not be subject to my boss from my current job. which I don't like. If I'm the owner of my own business, I can use my creativity to do things the way I want, so I can exercise my creative freedom. If I have a successful business, some people who are close to me will admire me further, and maybe I can even help them better. So you see what I mean? Note that in both examples of this test and the entrepreneurship, what I'm doing, I'm turning a cold and meaningless objective into something emotional. Passing the test, opening my own business, they're very specific objectives without much meaning. On the other hand, helping my country to improve, to deliver happiness to my clients, to sleep without worries, to enjoy the good times with people I love, with more comfort, with more freedom, releasing my creativity. That is going to give me the motivation to burst out of bed early in the morning and get my hands dirty with pleasure, with eagerness, and the motivation to do my very best. That's productivity ninja style. So let's start with technique number 1, this deep psychological benefits. It's very easy to implement, piece of cake. And the second technique, which I will teach you in a minute, is a little harder to do now, so we're just warming up. So grab a notebook and a pen, take a break in this video and spend, please, 5 minutes literally letting your mind wander so you can find its way around this technique. What is that you need to do now and yet you are leaving for later? That is the first step. Identifying the important areas of life where you are kicking the can down the road, leaving things aside. This first answer is your cold and punctual goal. This is the primary objective. And then the second step of our interactive activity is to go well beyond and understand the human, personal, emotional consequences of that goal. These are the deep psychological benefits. So please write everything down into your journal. Think big, be bold, and think what would be the best possible scenario and write it down. Ready? Good. And by the way, let me congratulate you, since you're part of a group of people who actually do something, who implement. Because I've seen from the statistics of videos that we post online, there is a group of people who don't do anything. They don't do the interactive activity, they don't pause the video, they click to watch it later, and by doing that there is no way to improve their productivity, because if we want to get a result we have to do some activities, right? We're doing this together. I'm here dedicating my time, you're here investing your time, and for that reason I congratulate you for doing this activity. So now let's write the second technique. Please take note. Technique number 2, architecture of inevitability. Architecture of inevitability. That's right. So now devise, create a scenario, a condition in which whatever I need to do will inevitably be done. Have you ever left your umbrella at home even though you know this is the rainy season? It is terrible, but it is a very easy way to solve this. It's a very simple issue. You can just put the umbrella next to the door handle. Every time you go out, you'll see the umbrella, and then there is no way you can forget it. And that is a very small example for us to start thinking about the concept of this architecture of inevitability. And that is, I'm going to change my environment and my conditions so that my desire will become inevitable. I will not depend on my memory or my willpower. And that is productivity ninja. So take note of an interesting way to use your architecture of inevitability. I don't know what your goal currently is. Let's say it is to finish reading a difficult book if you're studying for a test, or to prepare the first draft of your business plan if you are an entrepreneur, or just go to the gym twice a week, whatever. Just using these simple examples. And to make them inevitable, you need to have 3 elements. Please take note. 1, clarity on the specific activity that you will perform. 2, public commitment with social pressure. And 3, a nasty punishment. And that's it. Remember that I told you that this first technique of the deep psychological benefits was very easy, and that the second technique, architecture of inevitability, was something that would be a little bit harder, so we can really see if it's something that you really want to do because of this punishment. So please note that I'm always taking a more punctual activity. Instead of setting up a profitable company, which is very complex, very large, I'm going to break it down into smaller pieces, such as preparing the first draft of my business plan. So instead of saying losing 15 kilos, I'll say going twice a week to the gym. And that's all. For the architecture of inevitability, that is very important. The action must be clear and specific. Clear and specific. Something I'm absolutely sure I can carry out. That allows me to measure my progress. And the second part is a public commitment. It doesn't matter if I'm going to tell my wife, my parents, my best friend, but I need to call someone and say, Peter, here's the thing, you're my best friend, I need you to help me with this. And then he'll say, sure, Seichi, what's up? Well, there is this project, see, I've been, working on, I've been, fuffling about for a while now, and I haven't even written the business plan. So I decided I'll do it between now and the next Wednesday, the 15th, by noon, sharp. So you can help me by putting a reminder in your calendar, setting an alarm for the 15th. When it's the date, I'll come here and I'll show you the finished plan. Or at least I'll call you and I say, Peter, it's fine, I got it, it's done. If I haven't finished by then I will receive a punishment. Do you understand? It is essential that you choose a person who's strict and at the same time has some sense of humor to help you with pleasure, but at the same time who is a person who will not just buy an excuse that you will provide. You can't call your nice grandmother and say, oh granny, the kitchen plumbing's burst. I kind of lost the whole weekend with the plumber in the house, that's why I didn't do anything. And then your grandmother will say, oh my dear grandson, don't worry, look, grandma made you some chocolate cake, come here, you poor thing. No, that just can't happen. It's also no use if that Peter friend of yours is a totally disorganized guy who will not even remember to ask you, to demand you to deliver what you have promised, or who will just not take you seriously. This crazy dude. And no, it has to be a person that you can count 100%. And if not, then you can call somebody else or more than one person and tell all of them the same thing, remembering them to please remind you that there is also a punishment. Now, here is the heavy part of today's video. If you have watched this far, it's a sign that you're a determined ninja, that you're not afraid of things, so let's go. The punishment has to be something you do not want to do at all, something that would bother you deeply. For example, go to that political party's office, the one that you hate, that you despise, because of all this corruption that they are involved, and then you go there and make a cash donation, or you put a sticker of them in your car. Or if you're a big supporter of a football team, you can spend the entire weekend wearing the shirt of their rival team, just that one that trashed your team last season. You see, you can't set a light punishment, otherwise it will not work. Some people come up with some child's play and say, I'll do the dishes. That's not punishment, because there is a certain benefit. At the end of the day, the dishes will be clean. You're just helping with the housework, and there is nothing more than your obligation. Or they come and say, I think I'll give my brother some $10. That's also not a super punishment, because at the end of the day, the money remains in the family. If you really want to stop fiddling around, the punishment has to be something unpleasant, like these examples. Donation to that political party that you know they are doing bad stuff, or wearing the shirt of their rival team, or sniffing the dirty socks of your brother. Please, of course, use common sense, never do anything that will jeopardize your health, nothing like that, but it has to be something nasty, something that you don't want to do at all. And with that, we will conquer the architecture of inevitability. Did you enjoy this video? If so, if you want to help us to inspire more people to be more productive and therefore make the most of their spare time, please share this video with your friends. And this video that you just watched is totally free. It's a free sample of our courses, so if you want to get more interesting stuff, you can visit the link that is appearing right now. My name is Seichi Arata from Arata Academy. All the best for you, and I hope to see you in one of our courses.